Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly Stevens and this is English Nerd. So today I'm going to give you the ultimate gift giving guide for either your own Christmas list or any other English nerd in your life. It's easy to think, well, you could get them books, but maybe they've gotten themselves all the books. Or I could get them a journal, which is a great idea, or a pen or something like that. I'm going to give you some suggestions, quite a few suggestions, for other outside-the-box ideas for the English nerd in your life. And I'll include pictures so you can see, as well as some of the items that I have myself. So let's get started. My first suggestion is that you go onto redbubble.com. Redbubble.com is where different artists can put in their own art and designs and then create a variety of products with those designs on them. So, from redbubble.com, a couple of the featured items that I would like to say, although you can find many, many more things if you look, are this green dragon sticker for somebody who really likes Lord of the Rings. There are leggings with the text of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. There is a clock with a logo for the Defarge Knitting Company. And if you've been with my channel for a while, you know that A Tale of Two Cities is one of my very favorites, so I love that nod to A Tale of Two Cities. My second suggestion is that you look at the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. If you have not found this site yet, it is fantastic. It is filled with so many hilarious, very nerdy gifts. And so again, I would suggest that you check out the website in general, but a few of my suggested items would be the Lady Macbeth hand soap, which is just as hilarious as it sounds. I have gotten it for a friend and I kept it for a little while just because it was so hilarious to look at. Even the packaging and all the little sayings and explanations are a hoot and a half. There's also a Neverland passport journal, which looks just like a little passport. In the inner flap, there's some information that you need to know when you're visiting Neverland, and then the rest of it is just a really beautiful little journal, and those are great stocking stuffers. Unemployed Philosophers Guild is also the company that makes those mugs with Shakespearean insults on them or the famous first lines of literature. So lots of good stuff there. Okay, my third suggestion for you would be to check out Litograph.com. There also is a similar company called Spineless Classics. I'm going to start with Litograph though. Some of the items that I would suggest from there are these beautiful posters. I have two of them. Oh my goodness, the glare is terrible. There we go. So this is the complete text of The Little Prince. I got this at Old Firehouse Books last time I was in Fort Collins, Colorado, so if you live around there you can check that out. Or you can just go online and see all the posters that they have. They have more than posters though. Litograph.com has t-shirts, they have blankets. They just started blankets. I was checking as I was researching for this video, and they have blankets, which is amazing. And they have some more modern books as well, not just the classics. So you can get a blanket with the complete text of Moby Dick on it, for instance, or you can get a blanket with the complete text of Throne of Glass if you have a Sarah J. Maas fan in your family. So there are lots of things you can do there. My mom a couple years ago got me temporary tattoos from litograph.com. So it's different sayings from a particular book. In the case of my stocking stuffer, it was the Hamlet set, because of course it was, and I absolutely loved it. So I would recommend almost everything from litograph.com. I've even seen the t-shirts. I don't have one, but I've seen them before and they turn out really well. You can still read the text very clearly. And then there is the kind of companion site. They're not actually related, but they do similar things, so that's what I'm going to say. That is spinelessclassics.com, and They, I think, specialize just in those posters, but they have some options that Lithograph does not. So they have, for instance, a Casino Royale poster with the James Bond silhouette, which is cool. And one of my personal favorites, the one that even made me suggest this in the first place, was their Henry V poster, which is so cool looking. I'll just show you a picture right here. Okay, option number 4 is for the English nerds who love candles. I actually have 2 different suggestions for you. There is the Whiskey River Soap Company, and then there's Frostbeard Studios. So the Whiskey River Soap Company has some funny kind of tongue-in-cheek options. They do have soaps. Personally, I'm not a bar soap person, but if you know a bar soap person, they have all the same exact scents in soap as well as candles. And my favorite that they offer is probably the Writer's Block candle, which smells like regurgitated ideas and probably vampires. It's hilarious. And then there's Frostbeard Studios, and they have bookish candles as well. So a couple options you might want to look at there would be Sherlock's Study. They have one that's scented with kind of tobacco, and that sounds really nice. And then there's Christmas in the Great Hall, a Harry Potter related candle. So 2 really good options there as well. Okay, my 5th suggestion for you is if you're looking for a journal that is really unique, maybe not as expensive as one of those hand-tooled leather journals or something, but cooler than your average option. So Barnes & Noble just came out with what I think is a beautiful idea, and that is called a novel, they're calling them novel journals. So basically, they are journals, but the lines of the pages are made up of the text of a famous work. So they have, excuse me, a Sherlock Holmes version, they have a picture of Dorian Gray, they have Anne of Green Gables, they have Peter Pan. So really fun, they're beautiful on the outside, and on the inside you can actually read the text. Of those great works, and I just listed 4 that I love very much. So check out barnesnoble.com, or you can just go to your local Barnes & Noble, and they should have those featured in the, well, in my Barnes & Noble it was in the kind of discount section, which I thought was odd, but you know, where they keep those classic series. They should be there. On to number 6. Number 6 is Out of Print. So the whole company is called Out of Print, and they have some really excellent options as well. This is the only item that I personally have from Out of Print. It's a little pouch with The Great Gatsby. They have lots of different options there. They have t-shirts with Harold and the Purple Crayon on them. They have tote bags and all kinds of things. So you can check out of Print. One thing that I just found out that they had, which I thought was really cool, was a set of matchboxes with made out of that look like banned books, basically. So it looks like a little box set of books. There's Fahrenheit 451 in there. There's Slaughterhouse-Five, etc. And then you pull out each one, and it's actually a little matchbox, which is just a really great idea. So if you want to make the English nerd in your life geek out with happiness, there's a good option that they will never see coming, because how random is that? And then finally, number 7 is to get a subscription box. So these are a little bit more expensive. They're not as expensive as those blankets from lithograph.com. Those are a little bit on the pricey side. These subscription boxes tend to run between $30 to $50 depending on which one you choose. Lately, the one that I have tried out is called Owl Crate. You might have seen the videos, the unboxing videos that I put up earlier, but those are really fun. They are like a little Christmas surprise every month. So here are some of the items, you know, that I got in the last Owl Crate box. I got these socks. These are actually by Out of Print as well. I forgot about that. Got those socks. I got this little book pouch, which is just adorable. I love it. This one, it says Owl Crate, see on the inside. Beautiful. And with each book subscription box, you also get at least one book. Normally it's just one hardback book, but in the case of the most recent Owl Crate, I got both of these books. They're both signed by the author, which is extra cool. So anyway, there are a ton of ideas for you for the English nerd in your life, or perhaps you are the English nerd in your life and you're not sure what to ask for because you have so many books, which is fantastic. All right, if you have any other ideas for gift giving for the, English nerdy gift giving, make sure to put it in the comments and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Good luck with your shopping. This is going live November 2018, right before Black Friday, and I will see you on Monday. Oh, I forgot to show you my Unemployed Philosophers Guild little Shakespeare guy too. I don't know if you want a fridge magnet that looks like Shakespeare, but heaven knows I do, so there's my my little guy.